What about that? Is that better now? It has to be a lot better. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Hmm. What's up, everybody? Hmm. Okay. So, got audio. Mm, 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 mm. There's a reason I. Hmm. Hey, there's a reason I preach loose lips sink ships. Hey, so off the rip, first thing that I would say is if you haven't already, sink your teeth into this. And I don't want to hear it doesn't matter. Okay, it's one of the things starting to irritate me. Is like despite the evidence, there's like so many people that again, like I've said, you're not in a fascist authoritarian dictatorship yet. But so many people have just again put the fucking boot on their hand, put the boot on their face, and have just been like, oh my God, I'm oppressed. This is now my life. And it's like, hey, if you are not resisting with every fiber of your being, you are not resisting. You are fucking giving in. You are fucking caving. You're bending the knee, licking the boot, fucking kissing the ring. That's that fucking simple. You're either absolutely against this shit and opposing it with every fiber of your fucking being, or you're caving in. You're caving. Haven't found confirmation reports of shares. I just want to point out the similarity between the Hope Waltz video and this Donald Trump video and watch people do backflips in the comment sections. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Where Hope Waltz literally said, here are my thoughts on Monday. There are people that voted for Donald Trump that are happy right now that are not going to be very happy on Monday. Is that not what she said? And they got motherfuckers in the comment sections of that video saying, that's not what she said. That's not what I heard. That's not how I understand it. And you're just like, how? How do we get here? Yeah, just know in the 30s there was a big drop. There was a big police raid. I'm trying not to talk about it actually. Like I feel like history fucking repeats itself. But think about the fact that Joe Biden was trying to get people to pay like $5,000 to come see his inauguration. You know what I mean? Like he's got some loyal supporters. Now I will say that fucking crowd tonight looked whack as fuck. Hey Beth, that crowd tonight looked whack as fuck. Okay, so that's why I jumped on here because I seen that video and I was like, wait a minute. Okay, remember this is Justice Waiting Room. This is a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. I'm a socialist, so I just want everybody to have universal health care and education and income and housing. Okay. Crush. Did y'all watch this video yet? Uh Obviously that's by the way, that's uh War by Edwin Starr. Okay. Oh wow. What is it good for? Yeah, go figure. Just a second. Mhm. Why are you, yeah. Michelle, get that shit the fuck out of here. The fuck out of you. What are you talking about? So you don't know what you're talking about? I'm just off it. I'm off all the people that gave up at the last second. Yeah, it's just like it's the last night. And To come all this way and that's what you have to say? Nobody's doing anything. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So it's like what the fuck are you doing? Go jump off something. It's not how it works. You know what I mean? For 86,000 seconds. That's funny. Oh, that was the next song. We were listening to the beginning and the end. I was about to turn it off. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I want you to think about that. You watch the President of the United States talk tonight about how Elon Musk rigged the election for him. Hey, what's up? Sporty. What up, y'all? There's no military flyover. What did you miss? How about that right there? What we talking about? Yeah. Why would he and his supporters be accusing Dems to try to stop? There were no objections, no delays. Yeah, one of the things. Yeah. Yeah, vendors canceling also. So okay, so understand the first thing I heard about this shit, there were the two first things I heard about this inauguration, okay? I like to be very specific, okay? The first two things I heard was that Donald Trump was not getting the attendance that he wanted, okay? For the inauguration. So the first thing I heard was that he wasn't getting the attendance he wanted for his inauguration. Okay, so in addition to that, the other thing I heard was that restaurants in the DC area were going to be closed all week. They didn't want no part of Donald Trump and his ilk. So not only were restaurants not open, fucking Clapper's dead. I'm getting out of there. Okay? So we'll go over fucking yeah, get out. Either your tools don't work, we'll go fan base. Go wherever you get an audience at. There we go. Hey everybody. Presidential Inaugural Committee. Yeah. He knows everything about those vote counting computers. You know what I mean? Oh, this is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. This is my favorite. Joe Biden was giving a speech tonight and he said he's not going anywhere. So what do you think's gonna fucking happen? And I just want to make sure everyone knows that Donald Trump is the one who wanted TikTok banned. Donald Trump is the reason that TikTok got banned. It's not Joe Biden's fault. Joe Biden might have signed the bill, but he did it because of overwhelming bipartisan support. He literally did what he was supposed to do. That's the problem I have with the way people perceive shit is like Joe Biden said he wasn't going to enforce the TikTok ban and he was just going to let the next administration decide. And for the record, before anybody thinks it's Joe Biden, it was Ro Khanna. It was a Democratic elected official that got 1 million signatures advocating for business owners and content creators, people who are making a living on TikTok. He ain't going nowhere. I've been telling you, I'm not a cheerleader. That's not what I'm here to do. And none of that is this. Savvy? Okay? And I get it. Everybody that don't look like me should be afraid. You should be afraid. And you should understand how close. Yeah. Yeah. Look, hey man. I told my wife, um, there are two outcomes. And think about it. I could say it now and not worry about getting banned nowhere. Okay? So there are two outcomes. Okay? The first outcome is the Department of Justice does its fucking job like they're supposed to do, like they are duty bound to do. The Department of Justice is who is responsible for trying people for election crime and election related crime. So it is ultimately their job. If it's not treason, if it's not the 14th Amendment, my thing is there's so many ways he doesn't end up. No. No, I'm not going on TikTok. Uh-uh. Uh-uh. I'm gonna post everything everywhere else and TikTok last. Yeah, TikTok's fucking last. So the way I work is, see, I'm a 0 or 100 type of person. Either I'm all in, this is just how it is now, or I'm completely fuck off it. And so with TikTok, TikTok's how I met most of y'all. And I know people are super disloyal. So they'll just go right back to fucking TikTok. But I'm not that kind of person. Like I'm the kind of person that you fuck this up just this much, you will fly a rubber, huh? You will fly a plane full of rubber dog shit out of Hong Kong. Just like straight out of Top Gun. Mhm. TikTok Live's down anyway. Fucking trash ass app. I hated that fucking thing. Ask the fucking matriarchy. I fucking hate. Oh, TikTok is the worst. I met y'all. Y'all was the best thing about it. Do or do not. There is no try. Right. Right. I tell my kids you got to decide. You can't just do it. You have to decide. Mentally, you have to check in. This is what we're going to do now. And once you decide, then you can put your best foot forward. But until you're willing to make this decision up here, it doesn't matter what this is doing. This could be doing this and not be in it. You got to check in up here. Okay? So I know shit's been tough, man. I'm on y'all team. And so a lot of people are coming to me and say a lot of things are being canceled, right? Like the inauguration outdoors got canceled. There's a rumors now, and so now I can say rumors slash this is what I said earlier today. All outdoor activities canceled. That's what I was told. And so 300 fucking people standing in the doorway of the rotunda into the US Capitol is not only not secure, okay? Uh as much as we fucking hate Mike Flynn, that fucking traitor and treasonous piece of shit, uh he's right. That having a bunch of people stand in a fucking archway is not great. So what I agree is like hold it at the fucking White House, a mile away from Capital One Arena. Put as much riot fencing and concrete between Capital One Center and the White House, and make them run through a concrete jungle if they can exit the fucking facility. And again, one of the things that we I don't know if we talked about this mods, but like one of the things that I saw was that there were people for the federal government asking Capital One Arena staff about like exits and emergency exits and shit like that. So I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know. It could be the biggest sting of all time. And for the record, they are so dumb. They are so unbelievably god dumb that this could absolutely be the biggest sting of all time. And they're literally clearing the air. They're not doing a flyover. They're not doing a full inauguration. They're not even doing a closed inauguration where you get a 300 member guest list. Now, the rumor I've heard is White House and Congress or members of Congress. So Senate and House officials only. And that to me smells like a vote. So again, it's a fluid situation still. I feel like there's an awful lot of information that says this is not gonna fucking happen. Yeah. They hold his people down the street while they take him into custody, then take them into custody. Two honeypots, two spots, a mile apart. Just think about it. They know where all those people. They all know all these people. There are some people that are just special and they kind of just are Republicans. They just are Trump supporters. They're not bad people, they're not criminals. But like they're overwhelming and they're kind of sad fucking people. Um to be completely honest with you, any they're no lives. It's wild. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I'm out here getting it. Um oh my god. I don't think it's that wishful think. I don't think it's wishful thinking. It's not. I don't operate on hope. That's not what I was doing. That's none of what this shit was. None of my content is meant to give you hope. I was just talking facts, things that have actually happened, that we have information. And then, hey, I'm just kind of thinking of everybody's going to be real cold, man. So I'm thinking about everybody. You news channels you trust, people you trust, or people that you trust with news. That's why I have shows. What were you doing when kind of moment? Yeah, kids just a prop. But yeah, there's two outcomes tomorrow. One, on the one hand, the Department of Justice does its fucking job and saves democracy. On the other hand, the Division Two. And for the record, the Division Two, I played that game my whole life. From the time I was a little one. And so I might end up in the bush anyway, which is the fuck where I came from. So Elon Musk is trying to dodge getting run up on in public and arrested because there's some federal agents that won't interact with you if you have your kid with you because it'll traumatize your kid and then you create another criminal because now that kid's been exposed to the trauma of his father being arrested in front of him, right? Yeah, the local your local news outlet is more likely to have a less tenured anchor who's more inclined to tell the truth. Where'd all the Luigi content go? Well, he's kind of just in jail, right? Awaiting trial, isn't he? So I haven't followed it that close. One of the things that I'm an atheist, no gods. You understand? So like Luigi Mangione he's no deity. He's no martyr. He's very well a cog in a wheel. I've been saying Fight Club. I'm just saying. Yeah, I watch local news, C-SPAN, hmm the free stuff. Anything that you have to pay for, they have an agenda now. Yeah, using your kid as a shield is fucking horrible. There's a reason why people are like, "Oh, come on, Elon." I'm excited about money, and that's all I. Or you work to get paid. There's no joy. That's why I decided I want to be an NFL head coach because even though it pays really well, at least I'll be like outside and shit and like in nice weather and around people and moving around and shit and like but when it comes to not being a fucking football coach, oh honey, I don't give a fuck. I'm here for the money. And I'm competitive as fuck and I'm driven and I come in every day and I always have a good attitude. Sunday morning, nearly 4,000 police officers from 178 agencies nationwide were deputized for the presidential inauguration. You think for Donald J. Trump. Now, listen, if it was all NYPD, you could convince me. Does that make sense? If it was all NYPD, I'd be like, all right, there's a chance Donald Trump still gets inaugurated. But 178 agencies nationwide, and like I said, hey, I'm just worried about y'all being cold. I already shared that article. It's going to be really fucking cold in the southeast part of the United States. And I just happened to be stationed in Jacksonville, North Carolina while I was on active duty. By the way, Donald Trump's coin is down 40%. Oops. Schnikes. Yeah. And you got to remember the general presumption is that the rest of America has just been asleep and at work and haven't really been paying attention. You know, my wife works 4 10-hour days a week and she can't really get much in the morning. You know, she's just getting up, getting ready for work. I think I'm the same person regardless. I think I'm the same regardless. The more I think about it, it's like I will be so profoundly disappointed if he gets inaugurated because it does not pass logic, but it would just drive me in the way that it has. Like, does that make sense? Like, I wasn't driven by the election to the platform. I was driven to I wasn't driven to the podium. I was driven to the podium because Donald Trump hosted a fucking Klan rally at Madison Square Garden and Tony Hinchcliffe went up on stage and was super fucking racist. That's why I'm here. Because I watched someone butcher a profession that for a time I wanted to do that. I wanted to be a famous stand-up comedian. I one of my childhood heroes is fucking Robin Williams. But his rally, it went nobody there. Yeah, it was a horrible rally. Everyone shit going on, dog. Especially, it's like like I've been saying, loose lips sink ships, right? This whole and Donald Trump was like an hour late. National resilience strategy. Yeah, we talked about that earlier today. I don't know if you guys saw this. It was pretty wild. But yeah, I hope you guys saw Operation Flagship Sting. It's kind of it's so promising that the military canceled their flyover because there would be no other reason for them to cancel. Right. They're trying not to have crossfire. So you could see a situation where they're trying to have a fucking timed flyover as they're potentially arresting people. Shots are fired. Now you've got pilots taking shots. You know what I mean? Taking bullets. Right. So I'm operating under the presumption this shit gets shut the fuck down at two different locations. It's a fucking massive raid. I've actually I've actually heard 25,000 active duty and law enforcement personnel in the Washington D.C. area for Monday. So I did want to make sure I got on here tonight and spent time with you all, and because I know a lot of you are fucking going through it, and you need somebody to get on here and show you what's been going on and how it's not all bad. You know what I mean? What did you say that was called? Two honeypots, right? One at the Capital One Center, one at the White House. At least it's again what we've heard. My source was Mike Flynn saying he didn't understand why they canceled the outdoor ceremony. He said it wasn't because of the cold. He said it was because of security, and so that means it wasn't Donald Trump's decision. For the record, it wasn't Donald Trump's decision. It wasn't Donald Trump's decision to cancel the outdoor inauguration. That was made based on security concerns. Yeah. Okay. Going fucking through it. I get it. I get it. The the thing about it is, I haven't really heard that much doubt. You know what I mean? The thing that bothers me is people maybe not understanding. That is what I've noticed is like a lack of understanding, a lack of comprehension. Like think about in the last 24 hours, the Hope Waltz video and this Donald Trump video. I've literally watched people that I care about not hear the same thing come out of someone's mouth. To me, it's so in your face. Now, do we have a tendency to hear what we want to hear, right? But here's the thing. As soon as somebody disagrees with me, I go look them up. What are they talking about? What are their general attitudes about shit? And it's like, oh, this is the what the fuck they do, right? So I'm only ever really upset because I feel like people don't understand me. And it's like, there's a reason I just share the fucking news story and say, if you are confused, you can Google it or here's the fucking news story. But I have to deliver it, I have to tell it to you, and then I show it to you. So, like, there's a lot of people that have been sending me kind messages and shit. Like, thanks for giving me hope. I'm not a hope dealer. I would just tell you if I was a hope dealer. If I was just blowing sunshine up your ass, I would just fucking tell you I was blowing sunshine up your ass. I really was like, this is not how democracy dies. That's how dead ass I was. I was like, nah, nah, fam. Nobody is fucking telling these people what's going on. There's the ABC News, CBS, Fox, MSNBC. All these people are fucking around on y'all. Like, you gotta have somebody that you could just trust. That's gonna find fucking like, what are we talking about? It's gonna be brutally cold in the southeast part of the United States. Oh my god. Is the news talking about that? Fucking no, right? What about loves crowds no matter what. And tonight's crowd was not all at the yawn, the what is he calling it? The rally, the pre-inauguration rally. Hey, I want to address something. They don't want the potential for violence on their premises. It costs a lot of money to fix your shit. It costs a lot of money to do that. Whole rally made no sense at all. Hmm. That's Donald Trump. I mean, Donald Trump was trying to get all the money he could get out of it. Victory rally. hmm I'm telling you, there's no fucking way. We'll work through the weekend. We'll let you know on Monday. And they're all laughing and shit. I would literally be, I would literally be bawling. Dumbing down is impressing. It's like Brasher. It's like he got access to their code and got what he wanted, got the algorithm out of it, and was like, "Fuck this app." Yeah, yeah, Lily. Yeah, I shared the article earlier. Here, I'll get it. I'll pull it up for you. Here's a pretty clear video. He also said Elon Musk with the computers. He also said he won't be president in 26 and 28, but then they rigged the election, and so now I'll be your president in 28. And it's like, he's not going to be the president, and then he is going to be the president. No. Where did you get that information? So again, it's another person coming to my comment section spreading negativity with zero proof of that. What proof do you have? He's not eligible for the job. He didn't sign the paperwork. He literally said in a speech tonight that he won't be president. What more pressing evidence do you need that he won't be president? Hope Waltz, Tim Waltz's daughter, said last night on her thoughts on Monday are that a whole bunch of people that voted for Donald Trump that are happy right now are not going to be very happy on Monday. Caught Elon speaking today. He looked incredibly nervous, stuttering, and seemed like he had stage fright. So if you're coming on my shit, spreading that negativity with zero fucking evidence, just like get out of here, dude. Yeah. Yeah. Here. It's in your face. It's in your face. You can't, it's undeniable. I want to make sure that we say early and fucking often, Ro Khanna, Ro Khanna got 1 million signatures, and that's why TikTok got restored. Okay? We'll go back to fucking Clapper. Ain't hurting it. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna bounce back and forth if ain't nobody watching. Trump said he won't be president. Right there. I put it in the chat. You can just click the fucking link. That's the second time you asked, and the second time I put the link directly under your comment. If you go to Something Is Wrong 2024, most of the top videos are all Donald Trump speech tonight, where he said Elon rigged the computers in Pennsylvania. That's why we run Pennsylvania. I'm not going to be president in 26 and 28. Should have made myself likely alien on fucking whatever. I'm torn between be your online name and just be your person. Hmm. Yeah, I don't have much for me to like force myself through it. Yeah, yeah. When you like and subscribe and comment and share, it helps us grow. One of the things that I never expected was an audience, right? I didn't expect for people to want to hear my fucking shit. Yo, listen to this shit. Listen to this shit. Okay, okay. You want to get even weirder? You want to get even weirder? How about Yo, again, this shit is so in your face. It's like he flipped on all of them and he was trying to tell them with their music choice that he flipped on all of them. And tomorrow, I'm telling you, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling a fucking massive sting operation. Dude, there's no fucking way. There's no way. Bro, it's getting juicy. It is. It's getting sticky. Yo, it's getting sticky in this bitch. Don't worry, I'll get it for us. Or is it tricky? It's sticky. Tyler the Creator, Glorilla, Sexy Red, and Lil Wayne. I like Glorilla's pretty tight, yo. I'm knucking if you bucking hoe. Sticky. Drop that beats get sticky in this bitch. Yeah, Tyler the Creator's on this shit too. Getting sticky. Oh come on. Oh come on. Oh come on. Trump and JD Vance flipped. For sure. I've been saying they're Patsy this whole time. Getting sticky. Chloe was on SNL last night. Y'all stay up too late for me, man. By the way, 9 hours ago, Donald Trump said that he was going to issue an executive order on day one to get TikTok unbanned tomorrow. And it got unbanned today during Joe Biden's administration as a result of Ro Khanna coming up with 1 million fucking signatures. For the record, Democrats got TikTok unbanned. Y'all better fucking believe that shit. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. Chappelle gave a good speech. Hey, you like hearing that? I've been calling tonight or today the eve of accountability. Yeah. Yeah, Bridget, yeah. The app is gone from my app store though. TikTok is? I mean, he's lost half the value in that shit since last night. There's no way he got his money out. Money don't move that fast. You remember he it has to sell it at a certain price and make a profit. But yeah, I noticed that my own staff was getting a little sappy, and I was like, you know what? People are just they're not 100. They're not way bought in. You know what I mean? Like I got a team. Y'all ain't the team. Y'all the audience. You know, and no offense. You know what I mean? Stupid. Blitz is an odd word to use. So Donald Trump, it was MJ and the click to your live to chaos. Yeah, I mean, listen, man. Everything Donald Trump says is a lie. And he posted a meme of himself looking like George Washington in a painting saying Donald Trump, 47th president of the United States. Like he did that himself. And it's like everything he does lies. um so one of the things that I've read, Beth, great question about the justice system and their criminal trial stuff. Uh, the justice part is expedient. You have a right to a quick trial, especially when there's mountains of fucking evidence. Lies and projection. Oh, for fucking sure. I hope you ain't talking about me. Everything we posted is fucking Donald Trump saying it as shit himself. He said Elon knows something about them voting, counting computers. He literally implicated Elon. That's what that was. That was loose lips sink ships. Donald Trump's never heard that. You know how you know Donald Trump's lying? His lips are moving. Thanks, Pam. I haven't intentionally left the strand of Christmas lights up because in my head tomorrow is Little Christmas, and that's when my family traditionally takes ours down. That's cute. Um, that's just wild. It's just fucking wild, yo. I was just clarifying. You never know, Tracy. That's exactly how MAGA interacts. They just come flying in the door and they're like, lies and projection. All of y'all are crazy. And you're just like, you just got here. You don't even know anyone. What are you talking about? And they're like, you're insane. And you're like, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. Again, you just got here. How am I insane? How the fuck did you just get here? And I'm already crazy. I don't understand. You know, I'm probably red as hell. 2 minutes. Mid speech. That's funny. So, first boyfriend. Oh, that's so tough. You know what I can't wait for? You know what I can't wait for? I want to tell everybody this because remember, I want to start a clothing company. Remember? DFKY. Don't fucking kill yourself. And have it all the proceeds. Yeah, all the proceeds of from all the profit anyway go to like a suicide prevention. But one of the things I cannot wait for are the hardcore meme t-shirts. If everything that we think happens. Somebody said I got a bottle of wine, I got a bottle of champagne in the fridge waiting to be popped. I'm telling you. There will be parties in the street. There will be parties in the street. Babies will be made. Young girls will be born Kamala. Fucking people are gonna name their sons Timothy for fucking ever. Timothy and Joseph and Kamala, right? And Doug for fucking ever. What's Tim Waltz's wife's name? And fucking Hope. People are gonna name their kids fucking Hope. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm going to hug my fucking neighbor. I'm going to walk across the fucking street and I'm going to pick his ass up and fucking hug him and spin him in circles and shit. I'm hoping I'm fucking funny. Lots of October births in 2025. Halloween babies. What was y'all doing? And they're like, we was straight fucking. Did y'all watch that shit? Like, I'm telling you, justice will make you horny. Like, when shit goes right and you're like, God damn, all of them fucking. Like, you were like, I got to get my dick wet. Like, that's just the way it is. When, like, have you ever seen a bust? Oh, I forgot to tell y'all. I forgot to tell y'all. When I first started dating fucking Taylor, I have to tell y'all this fucking story. The next week, I lived in a house. I lived in a house. Um, I was house sitting for a year. I stayed in my mom's childhood best friend's house on 16th and Downey in Indianapolis. Okay, like in the fucking ghetto. Okay, I have to tell this fucking story about Taylor and I. Okay, so talk about like how justice will make you fucking hard. Like, so we used to smoke cigarettes and smoke MJ. Well, I can say fucking weed. We used to smoke weed and fucking cigarettes on the porch. And the neighbor at the house next door, his name was Dave, and he was really fucking old. He's like in his 50s, and he fucking chain smoked too. So we'd be out there smoking cigarettes, and he'd be out there smoking cigarettes, and he'd be like, "You want to hit this bowl?" And you're like, "Fuck yeah." So we like go smoke a bowl with the neighbor, you know what I mean? And he'd come over, sit on our fucking porch. We'd fucking light up and shit. Like just weed though. We just smoke a cigarette. He never come in my house. I never go in his, and I never seen him do no harder shit. So I want to make sure I tell the fucking story correct. I never went in his house. He never went in my house. But we partook marijuana together and smoked cigarettes together. And he told me one time. And this is how I know they're listening to all of our fucking conversations. Mine especially. Like I've tried to tell people, I got cousins that worked for the DEA in their early 20s that I don't talk to them. What do you mean they're not listening? He probably knows everything fucking about me. Anyway, so we smoked weed with this dude and smoked cigarettes. He was a nice fucking man. He was fine. He was a little loopy, you know what I mean? But this was before Donald Trump. So like Donald Trump wasn't even on a fucking radar, y'all. So he real nice man. And dead ass, y'all. One day they converged on the lot. Three fucking Tahoes. FBI, fucking DEA, U.S. Marshal Service descended on his property. I'm next door, like, like just watch them. They went into the front of the house with the fucking SUV, like, bah! And you're like, oh, they just drove into his house. The dude had a fucking full blown meth lab in the fucking basement. They came over and asked us fucking questions. Like, y'all ever been in their house? And we're like, no, I ain't never been in his house. Y'all know this guy at all? Like, nah. His name's Dave. I don't even know his last name. I'm house sitting. Sorry about the mess. There's fucking bricks everywhere, cinder block, the black wrought iron. Uh, like they caved in the front of the house, bro. And you know what had happened? So funny story. So what's funny about this? So yeah, he was cool as fuck, bro. What was funny about this is the week before this happened, he asked me if I want to come over there and smoke a fucking bowl. And we were just standing outside, dude. I'm a fucking child. I don't give a fuck. I'm a white boy. Arrest me. You know what I mean? Like, I can get an attorney, whatever. I'm a veteran. I smoke weed. Who cares? Fucking, so I'd go over there and smoke fucking bowl. Oh, man, it tastes like some fucking bush. Whatever, bro. And then him tell me in a conversation, he said something about taxes. Like ba 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 taxes. And I just looked at him and I was like, huh? And then he said I hid $150,000 in the woods in this property I own like 40 miles east of here. I'm thinking about selling this house and get them fuck out of here and going to take my money and run. And I was just like, all right, Dave, fucking have a nice night, man. What the fuck? And like, and I dead ass, you could ask Taylor. This was like a week before that shit happened. He literally just straight up fucking told me in a conversation. I didn't implore, like, I never asked him, does anyone live with you? Like, can I see inside? No. We just like smoked a bowl on the porch, smoked a fucking cigarette, and then like one day in passing conversation, he's like, ba, taxes. And my brain was like, you don't want to pay, you didn't ever pay taxes or some shit like that. I think he said like 15 fucking years. And I was like, you haven't paid taxes in 15 years? Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You're going to go to prison. And he was like, nah, I hid it all in the woods. And I'm like, you did what? And he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about selling my house and just going out in the woods and getting my fucking money and running. And I was like, the fuck? And so all the fucking feds like converged on their fucking at once and like arrested it. And dead ass, he walked by him and he's like, sorry, Jared. What are you sorry about? What just happened? I'm dead ass. I was just like, and fucking horny for like 3 days after that. Just, it was really impressive. Like they were on him fast. Like, whoo! And you were just like, whoo! And they like, I mean, they, fortunately, all the jerking around and shit was like on the way in. Cause like once they snatched his ass up and pulled him out, like it was real nice and smooth. Walk by and him like, look at me, sorry, Jared. And you're like, sorry for what? Holy shit. And dead ass, they were like, we're gonna get somebody out here to fix this. And I was like, fix what? You drove through his house. And they dead ass fixed it. So that was, 2014. That was like 11 years ago. That was right when I started dating Taylor. And yeah, like 2 months, within a month within 3 months we were in a relationship. Fucking, you know what I mean? Like I said, that shit was wild. When you watch like a dozen fucking feds just converge. Oh, and then they're like bringing out all the equipment. Did you know this was down there? And you're like, that's a large tank of gas. Like, what does, and the guy's like, you didn't ever see this? And I'm like, like, swear to God, somebody in there was on oxygen or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. They had a big ram bar in the front of the vehicle. See if he's out of prison yet. Oh my God. He, like, the thing about that was my favorite part of the story. My favorite part of the story is that because he was the owner of the home, he was who the feds came and arrested. And they left his younger brother, who was in his like 20s or 30s, that was living in the fucking basement. And so what they did was they left him there. They took out all the fucking cooking shit, like all the meth lab that he had built, and they just left this guy. So keep this in mind. They fucking put up tarps and shit. They called a company to come out and give an estimate to repair the front of the house. Like they were gonna fix it all up because like they don't have the right to do that, right? They have to fix that. And ultimately they just like there wasn't a fucking driveway, so they all fucking turned like they were gonna turn into the dude's driveway, and there wasn't one, and they just went right in the fucking front of their house. Yeah, like, hey Dave, you want to smoke a bowl, bro? No, so Dave had a brother Tommy, and Tommy was the fucking cook. So imagine I just met Dave. I thought he lived here and it was like him and his wife and that was it. And it turned out in his fucking basement, it was his brother who had a full blown fucking meth lab. And he was the cook. And when the feds came, they took Dave. And you were just like, wait a minute. Dave's nice though. He's like old. He's not a meth cook. And then I met the meth cook who literally also smokes cigarettes, but apparently the mind numbing part of this, he chain smoked cigarettes in the basement. And survived that shit. So, and he didn't have, from what I remember, he wasn't missing any fucking limbs or fingers or toes. And he came out and he sat down and he was the kind of guy that like was always sweating and fucking nervous because he's a fucking drug addict and shit. And he just sat down and he was like, man, that was a rough day. And you're like, rough day? And he was like, yeah, I had to stop cooking. They came in the house, took everything, arrested Dave, and I was like, they just left you there? They were like, who are you? And I was like, oh, I'm Dave's younger brother. And they were like, do you know anything about this? And he was like, know anything about what? And he was like, hell, I didn't know what he was talking about. I was high as fuck. What was he talking about? And I was like, the meth lab. And he was like, oh yeah, that's me. I'm the cook. Hold on. And so we didn't really like, we'd see he was outside and be like, nah, I don't need a cigarette. You know what I mean? Was he missing teeth though? I can tell you this: he did open a lot of things with his fucking teeth. Prop owner gonna confiscate the house for those taxes anyway. Yeah, I'm guessing they were fixing that up because they were about to like take it. That's the best part. That's the best part of that story. Like after it was over, after they tarped it up, did all the reports, I spoke to 3 different agencies. They toted him out the fucking front door, and you're like, huh? And they left. And then this little, skinny, emaciated, fucking sweaty, pale guy just walked out of the house and fucking sat down in Dave's seat and lit a fucking cigarette. Didn't look a thing like him. And I was like, what the fuck? Who are you? Oh, I'm Dave's brother. I've heard all about you. And then, like, in conversation, he told me I was totally the cook. Could have taken me too. Shit, 3 hots and a cot. I'd have loved that shit. We ain't eating good enough around here. And you're just like, I have to get out of this neighborhood. Like, this is clearly not where I need to be, especially I'm like married, right? Like, that when Taylor and I were dating then. Anyway, so I hope everybody enjoyed that story. It is true, by the way. So, oh, I just turned on live chat, so I apologize. But anyway, so great fucking story, right? Is there anybody here? Okay, just a handful of people. Have we heard anything about Volume 2 yet? Anything about Jack Smith's report, Volume 2? I think we're about there, right? I don't think I don't think that matters. You see 64 people right now? I don't, for some reason, it's all fucked for me. Like when I look at participants, it shows me that there's 8 people here. So I'm like, man, she doesn't have that ability to do that. Hmm. Ah, shit. The CDC put out a warning on bird flu. Hey, y'all, wear a fucking mask. Yeah, Eileen Cannon does not have the ability to do that. C51. Well, the numbers are going to fluctuate. Thanks, Sonia. That was a that was like a these are the days of our lives episode. You know what I mean? It was I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so what I'm doing while we're sitting here bullshitting is I'm looking for like news stories. How about Syria bans goods from Russia, Iran, and Israel? That's a good move. Sweet. Glad to have everybody in here. Trump said you're gonna have a lot of watching television, Tom. Hey, anytime I got numbers, you know me, I'm gonna tell you you gotta get 8 hours of sleep a night. Not only that, you gotta get 8 hours of sleep a night. You gotta you gotta take a nap. You probably need a nap. Okay. Um, you might as well hydrate. You know, one of the things I do as I've gotten older is I spend less time sipping my coffee in the morning and more time hydrating. The first thing that I think calmed me enough to eat real food for the first time since Friday. Well, that's good. Good. But it's gonna be what did the CD say? Bird flu. They put out a warning on bird flu. So we've had people come down with it and stuff like that. So CDC said bird flu. Put on a mask. Me drinking into my ass. That's me. That's me. That's what That's what I usually do. But obviously not on my live show. Whoop whoop. 51. Well, make sure that if you're in the chat, you say hi and that you converse. This is a community. That's kind of what we wanted to do. Hey, Dean. Okay. Of course, we're happy this evening because Kim Loeffner said, "Why was the flyover canceled tomorrow?" Okay. Um, and you don't want you do not want any crossfire. You don't want any friendly fire. You don't want there to be any mistakes. It's clear to me. It's clear to me. No outdoor inauguration, no flyover. All the people that bought tickets to go to the inauguration, they've been told that those are commemorative. And from what I understand, all of Donald Trump's supporters will be in the Capital One arena, about a mile up the road. That's what I've heard. I heard there won't be any outdoor viewing of the inauguration. From what I understand, it was moved to the rotunda inside the U.S. Capitol. Right. Well, because Donald Trump's a traitor and he committed treason. And so I'm glad that you spent your money. Think about all of the money that was spent. They removed the jumbotrons. Yep. Parade's not happening either. Inside because of drones. Becca. No, no, no. I didn't say that, Christina. So just so everyone knows, I had said, hey, Mike Flynn said that and he might be a piece of shit and a traitor, okay? But he is a fucking general. And anyway, he's a piece of shit and a traitor. But he said the rotunda is not safe. And if you're gonna inaugurate them and you're not gonna do it outside, you might as well just do it at the fucking White House because there's already fencing up. There's not a good line of sight on the White House, and it's just safer overall. But from what I also understand is They've also banned outdoor ceremony. So from what I understand, it's not at the rotunda, it's at the White House and it's inside and it's elected officials only. So I don't know how we're going to watch it. That's my thing is like, are they going to get cameras in there? I mean, here's the thing. Like, it's bad enough if he gets inaugurated on the rotunda inside the U.S. Capitol. Like, do you understand that's the building that he committed an insurrection against himself 4 years ago in 2 weeks and sells on airplane mode? I mean, that doesn't mean you can't video it and we can't watch it. No Musk. I have a feeling we are hanging out before the fun happens. I think. Oh, we don't be watching that, Maggie. Yeah, we're not watching all day inauguration coverage. I'm not doing it. That's what I was pontificating was, wait a minute, is this going to be on TV? Will the revolution be televised? Will not be televised. Wow. Yo. No supporters interviewed saying just stay home and watch this and we'll be outside. Exactly. I don't know about that. I mean, the thing about it is that's not what Donald Trump wants. I mean, Donald Trump does not want that. Donald Trump does not want to be inaugurated in private. He wants it done in public. He needs a spectacle. They take away all of that and just read him his fucking rights and go. Because the thing about it is, hey, here's how I feel about this. I don't have time to fuck around with Donald Trump anymore. There's a reason that I haven't really been fucking with Donald Trump and his supporters. MAGA and I don't vibe. I use too big of words. All right, so it's 127 2025. 127 2025. You're welcome. That was fucking fast, Dakota. I beat a computer. Say holy fuck. That's what I would be doing. Who owns Discord? We're about to find out. Discord Inc., privately held company, Jason Citron and Stanislav Vishnevsky, majority shareholders, US-based social media platform. It's a private company, not legally required. Welcome. By the way, I asked my staff what it's like being on my team, and they said it's like having human chat GTP. The Bills are up 21-10 on the Ravens at halftime. They don't teach Roman numerals in school anymore. Fucking insane. They sure use them everywhere. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all gotta understand that what has been happening since election night, and it feels like it's cataclysmic and like it's like the end of the fucking world. That's the kind of world that the fascist right wants to live in. Literally following you on Clever. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I did. Yeah, yeah. Elon started like crazy day and JD didn't go on stage and left Trump hanging. Oh my goodness. Well, they dismissed them without prejudice, and they dismissed past charges from an investigation over the election and for stealing documents cases. So keep in mind, somebody said they dismissed the charges already. That's not how that worked. He's been found guilty many times. He hasn't been sentenced, and there's a difference. And it feels like you're purposely spreading misinformation when you say that. Somebody correct him. Teaching a daughter cursive because the schools are not. I don't know that it's relevant anymore. Nobody writes me letters. But nobody writes letters anymore, you know what I mean? Yeah, I saw that. We were caught in a trap and then the song suddenly ended too. Fucking insane. Yeah. Inside, no parade, no jumbotrons, no cell service. What's up? I think Donald Trump's gonna concede the election. JD Vance left him hanging on the eve of accountability. By the way, I have claimed this evening the eve of accountability. How does everybody feel about this? It is decided. This is the eve of accountability. Post on social media that I'm in this place where you are right now on the eve of accountability. Let the world know where you are. I'm watching a live podcast on the eve of accountability. Here's the fucking link. Okay? I'll try to throw you a link so it's easier. But everybody is always asking how they can help me and shit, and it's like this is how you can help. You don't have to give money. Look at reverb. That's bananas. Okay. So there's the YouTube link, and so you can click on that, copy that. You can go make a post on social media. I'm gonna make a post on social media on Blue Sky. We'll stay here for a little while, so we won't cut it off at 90 minutes. Okay. We are live on this eve of accountability on YouTube and Clapper. I always like to you we would be honored if you would join us. Exclamation point. Then the link, and then I'm gonna put find me on Clapper, username Jared Malott, and then stop project 2025 election 2024. And we can even do eve of accountability. And we have plenty of characters left too. So I'm going to copy this text. Okay. And you could even copy this text and just literally copy what I post. Okay. Edison Chen owns Clapper. Okay. So there's eve of accountability. And then Here's the other half of that. Edison Chen is the CEO Clapper. I think he went to UPitt. Yeah, founder and CEO of Clapper and VP of product at 5 Miles. So, American-based company. I'm saying he doesn't have to pay for his crimes for years. He hasn't. Yes, he has. Yes, he has. Hold on. Anastasia, one of the things that we don't do is we don't speak in pejorative. So the hard reality is that every business Donald Trump has ever started has failed, and that man is broke. And every dime that that man has ever made, he has had to pay out in restitution. So one of the things that's hard for me to get, it's hard for me to get on your wavelength when it's like he's never been held accountable, and it's like actually he's been held accountable his whole life. It's just he's a lying piece of shit. So he's lying to people about how much money he has. He's lying to people about what he's got away with. But the hard reality is that nothing he's ever touched has worked. It has always failed, and he's paid millions and millions of people, millions and millions of dollars to the people he hurt. Millions, and he's broke. He literally is begging for money the night before he's supposed to be inaugurated. Do you know how financially irresponsible you have to be to raise $200 million since election night and be broke by inauguration? What the fuck is going on here? It's not like he's hosting an inauguration. It's not like he's having to host at the rotunda and it's his bill to foot. It's not like he's responsible for all that fencing around the fucking White House, except yeah, he is. He's the whole fucking reason they had to change the way elections were run. They had to fucking put billions of dollars of fencing around Washington D.C. because of his dumbass and because of the proclivity of the people that voted for him to rubbing shit on the walls. Right? There's a reason they took all the fucking fire extinguishers out of the Capital One Center because they don't want you idiots using them on each other. He said the righteous will not be forsaken during his second speech. And they keep buying into it. I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm just not I'm not on the whole like he's never been held accountable shit. It's like, oh, you mean he's never been in fucking prison? You know what I mean? Like, oh, that's what happens when you have money. And keep in mind, it's not like he's self-made. His daddy is the reason that he's never been to jail. Did you know his dad gave him $400 million over the course of his life? I'm pretty sure that's the number. Or was that Elon and Donald Trump got millions from his dad? Still, absolutely not. Has he been in prison? So then he has been held accountable. He just didn't die in prison. And so because he didn't die in prison, people are like, he didn't get held accountable. It's like, the fuck he did. He's broke. He has nothing. I mean, I was on active duty when he had to sell the naming rights to the Trump Hotel in New York City. He ain't owned that shit in years. Same thing with the Trump and casino in I don't know that he's been in prison. Yeah, I'm thinking that whatever happens tomorrow, and then there's some kind of attack on the 27th. I'm calling it now, because these idiots are stupid like that. Y'all heard what I said. I think something's gonna go down tomorrow. I don't think I was gonna say I don't think he ever went to fucking prison. That's crazy. Human chat GTP. Yeah, you got him right. Nancy Smancy Attention Center. Do I hope dead ass? I can say it because I'm not on TikTok. I hope somebody does him right in the fucking White House lawn. I'm dead ass. You have to dig to get that one. I hope somebody just does him right on the fucking front lawn. Grabs him by the pussy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I know. I saw that. Biden said he ain't going anywhere type shit. So what do you think they declare war tomorrow? They declare war. NATO Article 4, Article 5, wartime powers. Had to sell the ill-gotten historical DC post office he turned into a hotel. Fucking piece of shit, man. Be careful, you're gonna make me. Be careful, you're gonna make me hate him more. Yeah, Corey said, "I'm so excited for the truth to be revealed." Yeah, yeah. And so, if you wondered why the Democrats have been so quiet this whole time, all you have to do is watch Donald Trump. Yeah, but it's not him though. Tanya, the thing about it is they didn't cancel the inauguration and move it indoors because of Donald Trump being cold. They canceled the outdoor inauguration for security concerns, and then they moved it to the rotunda at Donald Trump's request. And then, yeah, yeah, is hating him more possible. Oh, mhm, yeah. I haven't gone at those people. You know what I mean? Eve of accountability. Yeah. Yep. So I mean, that's what I'm fully anticipating. Like something's gotta, you know what I mean? Maybe the meeting we saw at midnight was supposed to tell you that's when the raid is. He inherited some money. Most of it was properly related from his father, and he sold it very cheaply because he needed the money and that bad to get his ass out of financial debt at the time. And she very vocally says that he squandered her grandfather's fortune. Jesus. Himself in 5 books removed from various Trump properties. That's fucking funny. I hope you have those framed. Oh, by the way, did y'all see when they took TikTok offline last night? It took Marvel Snap and CapCut and Lemonade. So basically everything that ByteDance owns. Marvel Snap going offline is a big deal. That's Marvel's a big IP. Not a great source, I don't know here. I'm trying to catch it as it hits. You know what I mean? Jesus. The average billionaire made $3.2 billion a day. Yeah, that's an old poll. I'm not even sharing that shit. Doomsday plane landed. Doomsday plane? The fuck is a doomsday plane? Now y'all just making up fucking. It's the Boeing E4 or the Illusion 280. I feel that like that's fear mongering. Yeah, I mean it's absolutely fucking real. Remember if it's a big deal. Yeah, the flight radar has been crazy the last few days. The entire country's clear. You know, my dad was an air traffic controller, and there's no such thing as clear skies. It might be a clear radar. Fascinating that Mary Trump says her grandparents had 5 children and they were all very flawed, broken, not right human beings, including her father. So the NOAC, a NOAC, a Boeing E4. If somebody could pull up the flight, yeah, last night there were 0 military planes across all North America. We were watching the radar. That's what the matriarchy does, so that I'm always armed with information. Like on radar, we couldn't see any aircraft in the U.S. And it's like, oh, they turned off their transponders so they could move aircraft. Oh, keep in mind, there was no airplanes in military aircraft in the air, and also they canceled the fucking flyover for tomorrow. Yeah, perhaps internet. That's why I was thinking like when you were saying doomsday plane, that's like 4 different aircraft, and Russia, United States, like different countries have them. Wouldn't be surprised if shit is international. Melania Trump has. So have y'all figured out that they don't have any money because of Russian sanctions? Have y'all figured this out yet? Are we just pretending like we don't know that Kamala Harris said sanctions precede indictments and that those sanctions lock down people's fucking bank accounts? And I told you that only broke motherfuckers fuck with crypto. And now, in a 48-hour window, Donald Trump and now Melania Trump have both launched a cryptocurrency coin. One of them made Donald Trump a billionaire overnight again. I just want to point out that they wouldn't be doing that shit if they had money and access to money, and they don't. Who usually does the flyover, the inauguration? Who usually does the flyover? Presidential. Not typically part of inaugural parades. U.S. Air Force, 4-ship formation, Raptor, Lightning, Viper, and Strike Eagle. Okay, so Donald Trump had a flyover. Okay. Donald Trump had a flyover, Reagan had a flyover, and before that, It was fucking no, Obama didn't do that. Military flyovers are not typically part of inaugural parades. Um, Reagan considered flyovers in his second inauguration, but the last president to include military flyovers as part of his inauguration was Harry Truman. He was in the Capital One arena today. So I just want to make sure everybody understands that I'm saying Donald Trump got his assets frozen and he had to launch his cryptocurrency. And this follows Laura Loomer and Nick Fuentes, right? So it went Nick Fuentes, Laura Loomer, and now Donald Trump and Melania Trump having to think about the honeypot theory. I'm on board it. Try and steal the election. What who's stealing the election? Do you think he made a deal and that's why he's not complaining about all the cancellations? Yes. It's not a tradition. No. On a very shallow and petty note, being broke explains why Melania's hair and makeup hasn't looked the same recently. I did think she looked like shit the other night. I don't like her. Who cares? Oh, what? I don't really care. Do you? Right? Isn't that the correct attitude towards Melania? Didn't she wear when COVID hit? Didn't she wear a fucking coat and on the back it said, "I don't really care. Do you?" So I don't really care that they are broke. Did Musk get his assets frozen? So remember a few weeks ago, the SEC came out on a Friday and said Elon Musk can pay 20 million twice or catch SEC indictments for securities fraud, and then we didn't hear shit about that. So I'm guessing he paid his bill. But remember, Elon Musk could be all under sealed indictments. So I've been trying to say that the whole time. You don't have to unseal an indictment until you go to press charges. She went to Puerto Rico for a hurricane. Fuck Melania. She's been complicit in all of it. Yeah. Yeah. She's fucking complicit too. She wore the coat when they were caging and separating families. Yeah. So exactly. I don't really give a shit that her black card don't work anymore, but I just wanted to point out that I know that they're broke. How do I know that they're broke? Because it follows a pattern of behavior. And what have we been doing this whole time, everybody? We've been picking up patterns. We've literally been saying, like, hold on a second, Nick Fuentes, Laura Loomer. This was after they said they froze assets of people getting paid by tenant media, right? This was all public information. So, and Donald Trump is broke now. It's a tell for fucking sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, James. What's funny is he said all that shit before the election. So, all of you that are like, I can't believe he said that shit tonight, it's like he's been saying that shit the whole time. You know he's cutthroat. Yeah, they're just in denial, right? They instead of being like, oh, okay, you got me, you froze my assets. They're like, hey, let's. Why don't we start a cryptocurrency? Yeah, that's what Donald Trump said tonight. It's because he thinks he's gonna get away with it. Like, do you actually expect him to inaugurate him tomorrow? Like, what's the? Let's. I think I can do a poll. Let's do a poll. Okay, here you go. So I just put a poll up in the YouTube chat. Okay. And the question was, do you think Donald Trump becomes the president of the United States tomorrow at 12 p.m. noon? Okay. I want to point out today Donald Trump was an hour late. I want to point out today Donald Trump was an hour late. Just making sure everybody knows Donald Trump was an hour late to the rally that he decided to have today. Okay? Okay? What up, Adam? Oh my God. I mean, they spent a lot of time there. I mean, something to keep in mind, it's like, it's not like the Democrats don't know. So, one of the things we got to make sure we say, like, you realize the Democrats fucking know exactly what's going on. Kamala Harris knows exactly what's going on. You got to remember, she was dropping us breadcrumbs that led us to U.S. Code, 118th Congress, and type shit. You know what I mean? Hell yeah, he's laundering money. He's losing fucking money now. You jumped over there to say no. Yeah. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Eventually, people figure out that he's a con artist, and nothing he ever says he's gonna do, he follows through on. Remember, he had fucking gold tennis shoes. He had a Bible and shit. You had to pre-order that. People still haven't gotten that shit. They've interviewed plenty of people at these Trump rallies, and they're like, anything I've ever put money on, I never got that shit. I think getting them to pay $5,000 to fly to you. By the way, uh, I'm gonna leave the poll up, but right now, 94% of the people in my audience say no, Donald Trump does not become president tomorrow. Okay? Way too quiet about the results of an election. Yeah, Donald Trump is a braggart, is a known bragger. And you mean to tell me what showed up for him? Yeah. Yeah, they never got their shit. I mean, you haven't. He said he sold like I think he lied, but like I think he said he sold like a 250,000 pair of shoes, and it was like, no, the fuck you didn't. At like $600 to $1,000 a pop. What the fuck? Well, we'll probably be on early tomorrow, okay? Because tomorrow I start at 10 a.m. I start work, so I'll probably go live at 8 a.m. Okay, so that the mods know. By the way, Whew. I'm fucking waiting on shit to drop. Yeah. I'm checking my sources real quick. 8 a.m. what time zone? Eastern. I'm in the Eastern time zone. I'm in Indianapolis, Indiana. I'm now confused with the process you gave this morning. What do you mean? Remember that I told you what the process was, and I also told you that St. Gale said that shit doesn't even matter. We're so far beyond the 14th Amendment, Article 3, it's not even funny. Jack Smith said in his report Donald Trump's not eligible for office per the 14th Amendment, Article 3, but he won the election. So we're going to drop these cases. Do y'all think that they're just going to let him be president? Do you think maybe you drop lesser crimes for greater crimes? Right? Right? Mm. Birdies have been quiet. They did a lot of good work. Just like my matriarchy. But yeah, I'm definitely not watching it because I don't think that it will be televised, and that makes it stupid. I think you'll see it. So Dragons player play forever said I'm no confused with the confused with the process you gave this morning. I think it was very difficult to understand. So Donald Trump goes to take the oath tomorrow. As soon as he does, he's in violation. You immediately, any U.S. citizen can submit for procurium in search of a writ to demand Congress vote to remove his ineligibility, claiming the 14th Amendment, Article 3. Well, Kathleen, Project 2025 talks about the banning of TikTok, and Donald Trump went to war against TikTok for years. He wanted to ban TikTok. So if anybody has any questions why that got banned last night, Dakota said, I just want to throw it out there. I take full credit for the name The Matriarchy. And no one is taking that from you. So you can fucking have it. What you can do with it? You make a t-shirt? So wickedly wild. Yeah. Strange time to be alive, huh? By the way, 91% of people said that Donald Trump's not getting inaugurated tomorrow. It's okay. I just know the 3 votes I couldn't figure out, honestly. The 3 votes. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But yeah, so you got to realize. So whatever influence the Democrats have on bills, they have a reason to want the 9/0 TikTok ban. Joe Biden says don't ban it. It's because the fucking Project 2025 talked about it. He's not going to get to do that. I don't think he is required by the action. He keeps saying inside mandate. Yeah. Yeah, the left 3. So understand there's a reason that they wanted to all ban fucking TikTok. And it's because they'd all either invested in recently or their retirement is capped and they're invested in Facebook. And so they are betting on Facebook acquiring TikTok. That's why they want to get it banned so they could force the sale by banning it on US soil. And Joe Biden said he's not going to do that. He's not enforcing that rule. So what happens? The CEO of TikTok comes and meets with Donald Trump, and there's some quid pro quo. And what happens? He turns on, here's what I know: Donald Trump is not going to be president. You know how I know he's not going to be president? Because he said yesterday that he was the first thing he was going to do is submit an executive order and have TikTok unbanned on Monday. And instead, he met with the TikTok CEO. There was some quid pro quo that rhymed unintentionally, and TikTok got turned back on today, and he called him President Trump, both when he shut it down and turned it back on. Why the fuck would you not have just waited until Monday when you get inaugurated to turn that on and claim it for yourself that you're the bastion of free speech? Like Donald Trump could have won forever. TikTok got banned under Joe Biden. It got unbanned under me. I'm the fucking king of free speech. You never fucking let me leave this office. Tell me I'm fucking wrong. So either I just pointed out the biggest gaffe that Donald Trump has ever made, the biggest mistake Donald Trump has ever made, getting TikTok unbanned before the inauguration. That was a fucking terrible mistake. So that's how you know he didn't have nothing to do with that shit. He did not get TikTok unbanned. He definitely got it fucking banned. Yeah, for the record, fuck TikTok. I don't know if we've talked about that yet. Like, I've not liked that application. That shit's awful. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about that though. I don't care about MAGA. No, no, jackass. Pretty silver braces on. Yeah. I mean, you gotta remember, man. JD Vance's house got raided. The fucking Polymarket CEO's house got raided. Jeff Bezos' boat got raided. Fucking Alfie Oaks' fucking ranch got raided, where Mike Flint spent graduation night, election night. Right? Like, think about all these things. But yeah, just understand Donald Trump's the reason TikTok got banned. Okay? Donald Trump's the reason TikTok got banned. Joe Biden and this Democratic administration produced a petition with 1 million signatures, and they probably implored TikTok to unban that shit, and Donald Trump had paid them to tell them it's because of President Trump. And then that's twice in a 48-hour period where Donald Trump has interjected himself and made himself president. When was Vance raided? A couple weeks after the election. I seen pictures of his house from his neighbors. Little birdie showed me. It was all over the fucking internet too. Yeah. So I still have TikTok. I'll still post some shit on TikTok, but largely, if you're watching my TikTok material, it will not be the same. I'm not I'm not doing same OG on fucking TikTok. I'm not doing that shit. I'm going on TikTok and I'm saying I'm getting the fuck off here. Y'all need to fuck Facebook, fuck Meta Tools, fuck Facebook, IG threads, get Messenger off your fucking phone, get rid of Twitter. I'm on Blue Sky. I'm on fucking YouTube. I'm on Clapper Live here. Okay. 87% of people in this poll said, okay, 87% of you in this audience. 63 of you voted, so almost everyone in the room voted, okay? 87% said Donald Trump does not get inaugurated. So this room of people overwhelmingly is like, there's no fucking way. Cliff Cash. Tomorrow night, this time, you think the writ will be done? No, I don't think it even happens. I don't even think that happens. There's so much beyond that that St. Gale said he doesn't even think the 14th Amendment doesn't even matter anymore. It's treason. He's a traitor. It's so fucking worse. It's worse. Wishful thinking at everyone's point that uh he won't get what he wants. Like I just don't understand. No, I mean there's people out there that cannot wrap their head around the fact that Donald Trump not only is ineligible for the job, he didn't do the paperwork, right? He didn't do the paperwork. They had to amend an ethics agreement to allow for a lighter FBI background check. Let me explain something to you that maybe you don't know. There ain't no fucking such thing as a lighter background check. He won't be in office. There's too many people in my comment section talking about Donald Trump becoming president, and it's making me kind of fucking nervous. Like, despite the fact that I'm telling you he's not eligible for the job, he didn't sign the fucking paperwork. The Supreme Court has nothing to do with this. So again, you've clearly not read this situation correctly. You keep inferring that despite the evidence, someone who is not in this scenario is going to let him get his way. They don't have that ability here. Election crimes are triable by the DOJ. Per the Executive Order 13848. Ding, ding, ding. Kelly said, I heard TikTok CEO is going to the inauguration. Would he be rejected or would he be getting busted for election interference? International quid pro quo shenanigans. Certainly something to think about. Given that it's a closed ceremony now, see how it ends up then. Yep, you goddamn right. Can you elaborate on St. Gale said? So St. Gale made a video 4 days ago. Okay. And he said Donald Trump's ineligible for office for the 14th Amendment, Article 3. It's never been clearer in my life. Here's the Jack Smith shit. Everything that I'd said in content, right? We read Jack Smith's report, page 69 through 76, Part E, other charges. I implore you, it's only 7 pages of that document. Go fucking read it yourself. On page 70 and 71, it literally says he incited and supported and incited an insurrection and gave aid or comfort to the enemy thereof. Yeah, still alive. USA would get TikTok. I don't know. But St. Gale had posted a video 4 days ago saying Donald Trump's not eligible for office. Here's where Jack Smith says that, right? And which is the same content I made. Okay. And keep in mind, I'm shouting him out all the time. St. Gale is he has an advanced degree in constitutional law. Okay. So he posts a video 2 days later. So this is a couple of days ago, a few days ago. And you can hear the way he talks about this. And he's very confident, and he normally is not that confident. And he said, oh, what's happening is so much beyond the 14th Amendment, Article 3, because of this G7. And again, it's something you got to read, and you have to understand. Once you read it, it's the G7RRM. Okay? So he reads this on his fucking content and he says, don't even worry about it. Okay? Has anyone inauguration ever been closed or just the ones that are disqualifying and arresting, right? Okay. So read the G7 RRM release and understand what essentially it does is it says these bad actors did these things. NATO and the G7 and New Zealand and Australia and the Netherlands as are advising, right? Yeah, it's a resiliency report. Okay. This is like a war thing. So what he was saying is Donald Trump's not going to be president. It's not because of the 14th Amendment, Article 3. You can't do that, Tracy. You can't what if this. He can only be inaugurated by John G. Roberts Jr. at noon at that inauguration. He can't be in before or after, none of that shit. Well, we just did a poll. 87% of people said he ain't getting inaugurated. So don't sow seeds of doubt in your own mind. You know, you especially don't want to do it in a room full of your allies. That's part of the reason Anastasia and I are having a little bit of trouble here is because I'm like, despite the facts, you've committed yourself. I didn't say I didn't insult your intelligence. That's not what I said. It's very typical of people when they're in an argument with someone who is not attacking their character, to play the victim. It's a logical fallacy. I have a college degree and I'm about to have a second one. And one thing you won't do is you won't paint me as a fucking bad guy when I didn't do anything fucking wrong. I'm going to stick up for myself and say that's playing the victim. That's a logical fallacy. I did not insult your intelligence. I said that's why we're having a problem, is because despite the facts available to you, you have decided that Donald Trump will be inaugurated tomorrow. And that is not my problem. That is your problem that you have to deal with. And so goodbye. You can go on your own, or I'll have somebody walk you the fuck out. Don't let the door hit you. But understand that I didn't insult your intelligence. I said that we are having a disagreement is because despite the facts, you still think Donald Trump's going to get elected. Hey, can't help you there. Yeah, it's bigger than the 14th Amendment. That's what St. Gale said. He's not going to be president, but it's not because of the 14th Amendment. It's so much bigger. Here's this G7 RRM resiliency report. There's a reason that I put it out there for you. This isn't me. This is somebody. Yeah. Yes. Yes. Why do you think they're clearing the airspace days in advance? Maybe they really were making them shut them all down so they could get a NATO fleet over here under the guise of having their transponders off. What did Chili say? Full-fledged cult, not borderline. Yeah, full-fledged cult. St. Gale is the name. Gael. I know you don't know what could happen. Something that I've kept in mind this entire time is that 250 countries monitored this election. And a month out from the election, Joe Biden put out a joint statement with the FBI, CIA, and I want to say it was like CISA or something. Russia and these other players are going to interfere in our election. And then 4 days out of the election, on November 1st, they're saying on the 4th or the 1st of November, they put out a same statement. We know it's coming. They're going to interfere in our election. You know what I mean? But I think about the bomb threats. That's what I think about. And remember, we were kind of lied to on election night. We were told that there were only 80 bomb threats, and they were targeting majority black polling places. And it turns out there were 200 plus bomb threats all over the United States, mostly in the fucking swing states. Okay? So mostly, for the record, it was Why no military allowed to fly tomorrow? Because of snow, really? Right? Um. So yeah, I think. I mean, you got to remember, like, uh, Lloyd Austin off the job, Merrick Garland off the job. This tells me like SecDef wasn't involved, or SecDef. He could have been involved. He's probably taking a different job. But like Jack Smith, Merrick Garland, and SecDef all walking off the job. 25 degrees and sunny, no snow. Yeah, St. Gail's on YouTube too. They're fucking great. But yeah, they posted a video where they said, 2 fucking days ago, Jack Smith said he's fucking ineligible. That's the special counsel for the Department of Justice from The Hague. Like he came here from the ICC. And by the way, the president of the ICJ stepped down. Human Jim, the problem that I have with that statement is that he's broke right now. Every business he ever started failed, and he's paid hundreds of millions of dollars out in restitution over the course of his life to his victims. So the question I would have is, other than him rotting in a fucking jail cell, why do people keep saying he gets away with everything? He has nothing. He's fucking broke. He's broke. He doesn't own anything anymore, right? That shit that happened with the coin where he puts out this coin going takes him away tomorrow. Fucking NATO. Fucking ICC. I hope it's Interpol, actually. I hope it's a massive international sting. I don't want them to be mad at Americans. I don't want MAGA upset at Americans. I want it to be NATO and fucking, you know what I mean? Like this is an international crime. That's why you use D-Line. Yep. Power outages. Oh yeah. But I think they're running out of gas, y'all. Like I've been saying it for a while. People stop going to those rallies. No. No. Look at the Dodd Amendment. So the same year that the ASPA was ratified, the Dodd Amendment was attached. And it says if it's heinous crimes, the US is going to cooperate with the ICC. The Dodd Amendment. So the ASPA, the American Service Members Protection Act, came out in '02, and it's '01, I think, '01 or '02, and it basically excluded American soldiers and elected officials from International Criminal Court. Um, and then within like a few months of it coming out, the Dodd Amendment came out, and it said, yeah, but if it's like really fucked up shit, we'll work with you. I didn't see. Yeah, yeah. For the record, I didn't even see their message. Wicked smart. DODD. Dodd. Yeah, Dodd Amendment. It's named after a Democrat. No, Dodd. DODD. Dodd as in like Tom Dodd. DODD. Like Kelly Mater has written down right there. Yeah. It's attached to the ASPA, the American Service Members Protection Act. You know how I know I'm a badass? You know how I know I'm a badass? I ain't looking at shit. I'm looking at me. I ain't got no notes. I ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing sitting around here. It's just me and you. That's how you know it's hot. You know it's hot when I like off the top of the motherfucking dome all the way down. All the way down. Million questions, million answers. Straight A's. Y'all can't fuck with that. Need to work tomorrow. Isn't it Christopher Dodd? It could be whoever it wants. As long as their last name's Dodd and they're the one that submitted the Dodd Act, it can be Christopher Dodd. I'm from Maine, but my pops is from Boston. Badass. So yeah, I didn't. For the record, I want to make sure before we get out of here that y'all know I didn't spend the last fucking like 90 days of my life blowing sunshine up your ass. Okay, I just want to make sure everybody fucking knows. If Donald Trump gets fucking gets inaugurated tomorrow, I'll be beside myself for about 30 fucking seconds, and we got fucking work to do. Okay, take this fucking country back ASAP. Okay, because there's elections coming up. Okay. Yeah, it's a probability dragon player. It's a high probability. Because if you're not eligible for the job per the 14th Amendment, Article 3, you have to submit pro curiam, get a writ, submit it to Congress. Congress votes to remove eligibility. Donald Trump loses. J.D. Vance loses. Kamala Harris becomes president. But here's the thing. In Jack Smith's report, and I'm going to keep saying this, in Jack Smith's report, he says that Donald Trump is not eligible per the 14th Amendment, Article 3, because he both participated in an insurrection and gave aid or comfort to an enemy thereof. So it's actually the whole fucking thing. Donald Trump's not eligible. Okay? Here's the problem. Here's the problem now. So the problem is, if that little gave aid or comfort to the enemy thereof, that is also found in Article 3, Section 3, Clause 1, the treason clause, where it literally says, like, gave aid or comfort to the enemy thereof. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. So if Jack Smith is saying Donald Trump gave aid or comfort to the enemy thereof, didn't Marjorie Taylor Greene? Didn't she just win an election? She's not eligible either. Can't can't do anything until certified, right? No, did not sign the ethics agreement. Yeah. If so, no, it's not just the participate in an insurrection shit. It's gave aid or comfort to the enemy thereof, because a whole bunch of MAGA have been very empathetic towards January Sixers. People that have, yeah. Deportation is a crime against humanity according to the ICC. So they've already had to walk back the mass deportation stuff. So I know everybody's like, "Oh my god, mass deportation." But it's like, no. Yeah. ICE raids Tuesday meant to create massive fear. Remember, if you run into somebody from ICE and they ask you questions, no you didn't. If they ask you how long someone's been there, their whole life, as far as you know, but you don't talk to them about that. You don't know their name other than their first name, and you can yell real loud. That's an ICE raid. They're ICE. Why the fuck are there ICE agents here? Make sure that you do that. Mhm. Yeah, I don't. That's what I always say. I don't know anything. I hope they take everything. I hope he gets RICO'd. He gets RICO'd, gets all his shit taken. Mhm. Why is it starting now if he's not president? I was confused about that. What is starting now? Yeah, sure. Yes, that's all that's right. Yes, fuck yeah, it's the eve of accountability, right? What is RICO'd? Okay, so a RICO has a lot to do with racketeering and international organized crime. So it's a fear tactic. Keep in mind, ICE has very flimsy jurisdiction. So understand that ICE is literally like the worst. Racketeer, influence, and corrupt organizations. What I say? Racketeering and international organized crime. I was pretty close. Corrupt Organizations Act. Like, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. We're calling it the eve of accountability, Eric. Garrett. Sorry, I don't know why I said Eric. Trained to use lies. Yeah, they're like worse than cops with less power. So it's crazy to think about. Mm, they use ruses. They like trick people into getting deported. ICE is fucking terrible. Like I said, if you ever get questioned by ICE, I don't know their last name. They've lived here their whole life, and then why the fuck are there ICE agents here? Rico's like soprano-ish. Fuck yeah. Like like the old man sitting in front of the flower shop with a pruning fucking roses, and he's got a 12 gauge tucked in it. Then he's like the guard. Yeah. And issue a national emergency and unleash a National Guard. So he doesn't control the National Guard. Hey, Sarah. Donald Trump does not control the National Guard. Yeah, his rally was televised. It was poorly attended. But yeah, just so everyone knows, the Donald Trump cannot order the National Guard to deport people. The states run their National Guard. You have to ask for the National Guard to help. The state has to allow that. And understand, Donald Trump's not in power this time, right? I saw a TikTok, right? 20,000 many empty seats. Yeah, there's only 20,000 capacity and like a lot. I'll put it like this: it would have been half full if they were standing shoulder to shoulder. You see him talking about releasing JFK, MLK, and RFK files. Isn't that illegal? Hmm. And by the way, deportation is a crime against humanity according to the ICC. And again, the Dodd Amendment says it's if a heinous crime, the ICC and the United States will work together. Yeah, that's silly. Yeah, Sarah, that's the thing that I've learned is that goddamn y'all did not pay attention in school. You know what's crazy? There's a number of people that don't understand that there are three branches of government and that they all have different fucking jobs and like how the fuck y'all didn't know that? Yeah, ICC does not want people deported. But again, we're talking too much about Donald Trump becoming president, and that's literally what I get on people for. He's not president yet. He's not eligible for the job. He didn't sign the fucking paperwork. Okay? He did not cancel his inauguration. He did not cancel the flyover. He did not refuse the permit for the parade. What do I do? 4,000 officers sworn in this morning. Crazy. Oh man. Hey, yo, yo, yo. So Donald Trump's comments tonight about Elon Musk rigging the election for him is going viral right now. So hey, everybody go on social media and make sure that you talk about, hey, I saw Donald Trump tonight talk about Elon Musk rigging the election for him. Make it continue to go viral. Make it go viral. It's already hot. Okay. What we'll do is we'll play our song, and get out of here. I can do some homework and go to bed. Okay. Okay. Appreciate y'all. It's great. Okay. So what I try to do, beginning of every show, we play Edwin Starr's War. Okay. What were his exact words? I know he said he did a thing. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what exact words. Fuck are you talking about? Go watch the video. Like, yeah, I'm not on X anymore. I only get on there to lurk. Well, good. So I'm glad hey, like I said, I would want somebody to tell me, okay? You can appreciate me on Venmo or PayPal. And then of course, music. Oh, wow, it was U.S. Marshals. Yeah, make sure you tell people, hey man, that dude from it sounds like Donald Trump's people were breaking some barricades in Washington D.C. tonight too. Why? Why? Like they won, y'all won. Why you? Ah, I heard there's gonna be 25,000 active duty military and police and law enforcement around the White House, along with all a bunch of concrete barriers and riot fencing and Donald Trump's ilk are gonna be up the road a mile away, potentially like I wouldn't say locked in the arena. They played a song tonight about it being a trap at Donald Trump's rally. They literally played Lee Greenwood two verses, and then they played this other shit, and it trailed off with like it's a trap. It's it's almost like surreal. I think is the correct word for all of this. It's not like we had to dig for the information. It was right in front of our face the whole time. We looked right at it and we're like, this is fucked. DC's on high alert. Yeah, they are. Mm-mm, mm-hmm. Gotta get this off my chest. Now spit out the rest. And obviously, I don't know if I put that in the chat or not. Going crazy. That's what I said in chat, Val. I was like, I don't understand. Y'all won. Why y'all destroying barricades and shit? Yep. Yep. Hey, make sure you before you go to bed and when you wake up tomorrow that you talk about how Donald Trump confessed that Elon Musk rigged the election for him at his rally the night before the inauguration. You make sure you fucking post about it. It's already viral, so you're just adding to it. Yeah, Cece, go to the Reddit, go to Something Is Wrong 2024 Reddit, and go watch the music played at the end of the rally. They played Lee Greenwood sang for two verses, and then there is some music after that, and the fucking words of the song, like there's no escaping, you're caught in a trap, and then it just stops, and you're like, that was fucking weird. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. And I haven't told y'all to post shit on social media yet, right? There hasn't been something that we watched together that you could just oh my god, there's video. There's video. Post that shit on the internet. Let the world know you saw it. Hey, it's fair, right? We all fucking saw it. Fuck, this is amazing. Oh my god. I don't know about y'all. This has been awesome. Though since October 21st, I honestly was so fucking sad. And then obviously election night, I was really fucking sad. But other than that, like we've built a community. We come together every day. We talk about the fucking news. We actually talk about what's really going on out here, right? So, like I said, thank you, um, all everybody. I don't even know how many people's watching. I stopped. It got to the point where I stopped fucking caring. I honestly don't even know how many people are watching anymore. I don't have the way to. I For some reason I can't fucking see it anymore. I don't even know how many people's in the chat. I stopped caring. Like I realize at some point like it's out of my hands. I can only do what I can do. I can try to like somebody told me today that we learned about meth labs and fuck he was a good neighbor, dude. Dave was all right, man. Um he was just fucked up about paying his taxes, man. You got to pay your fucking taxes. You can't take the money you was supposed to pay in taxes and bury it in the fucking woods. You cannot do that. That is fucking illegal. You also cannot have a fully functioning meth lab in your basement and when you don't own the home. I hope everybody learned something today. I hope you learned something today. You got to pay your fucking taxes. You got to pay your fucking taxes, dog. And also, you cannot have a fully functioning meth lab in a basement of a home that you're renting. I mean, at some point, the homeowner's coming around telling you that money's still out there. Oh, I'm telling you, he never made it to the woods, dog. He never made it to the woods. Thanks, Sonia. This is the song. Yeah. They played fucking Suspicious Minds by Elvis Presley at the end by Elvis. We're stuck in a trap. You can't, however, smoke while you cook it. No, you should not fucking do that. Brasher, don't be telling people that. Caught in a trap, can't walk out. What do you think's gonna happen tomorrow? All those people at the Capital One Arena that are showing up to support Donald Trump, they're gonna get fucking trapped in the fucking Capital One Center while Donald Trump and all his fucking ilk get fucking arrested for treason. Did I? Did y'all not know that? Is that not what y'all thought was gonna happen? Y'all, is that what you didn't? You didn't figure that out? You didn't think like they're not doing? He's not having an outdoor inauguration. They're not doing it at the fucking rotunda. They're doing it at the fucking White House with only elected officials present. It won't even be televised. God damn, Donald Trump is fucking miserable. He's getting nothing out of this. There's no way he's getting inaugurated. 2 honeypots. I'm telling you, double honeypot. It's like they walked right into it too. It's so like if nothing happens, do you know how bad of an opportunity, like how awesome of an opportunity you had and you did no things? You did nothing? You had 25,000 law enforcement and fucking active duty in the area. You could have done anything. You could have just stacked people high and touched the sky. I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? Like you could have done fucking anything. 25,000 fucking people and all their jobs are on the line. I'm still listening to the song. Oh yeah. There's no way. Dude, I've been saying since the lunch at the White House because JD Vance and Donald Trump have been so quiet that I'm like, they're they're patsy. Donald Trump and JD Vance are patsy. And you know how I know JD Vance is patsy? Because he still wears eyeliner in public. That's how I know JD Vance is patsy as fuck. Because he still wears eyeliner. And that's my Glory. I think you're on the run now. I feel your innocence slipping away. Can't believe it's coming back to you. Cece, they have been monitoring Donald Trump for 37 years. 37 years of investigative work. Trump said what? Mio, what are we talking about? Let's see y'all. Okay. See you, okay, Rush. You said you don't remember. Did somebody said? They're playing Glory too? Where Trump said what? I don't understand. What did Trump say? Oh my god. Shit, Elon rigged. Are you talking about okay. I would just look at that something's wrong 2024. Here's the copy link video here. That's the link to the video where he says Elon Musk rigged Pennsylvania and we won in a landslide. Yeah, yeah. That's the link, the last one, okay? Guys, have a good night. We'll see you at 8 a.m. tomorrow.